Hey everyone, Scott here, and today this arrived in the post for me. I'm pretty sure this is my prize support from the Cardmarket webcam region I took part in back in March, because there's nothing else I've ordered that would have been in something like this, so I'll be opening this in today's video while also talking a bit about how I got on during that event. So there ended up being 7 rounds played in that webcam regional. I won 2, lost 5, so I didn't have a very good showing at all. Let me get this open before I keep talking. Yeah, I was playing Agents. I had planned to play Ultimate Deck Toa, but the secret rare boo that I ordered did not show up in time, even though I ordered it well in advance of the tournament taking place. It showed up like the Monday after. So you can see here we got 5 Championship Pack 2021 Volume 1, and it should be, yep, 3 Event Pack 7. And this playmat here, which is a pretty nice one. Let me get the packs out from under it. Oop. So you can see here it's got Broly, Nappa, Vegeta, Goku, Tillers, and Raditz. The only thing about this is it's not base form Broly. All the other ones are them in their base forms, but Broly, for some reason, is the only one that's Super Saiyan, which is kind of, I don't know, it kind of breaks the theme a little bit. Oh, got the cable from the camera showing there a bit. Sorry about that. Yeah, so overall, this I think is a nice playmat. I don't know if I'm going to use it or if I'm just going to keep using my Majin Buu one that I got there. So, but yeah, to get back to what happened at the tournament, round 1, I played Invoker. And I hadn't actually played the game in about, well, since before Christmas, probably, was the last time I was regularly playing the game. So it was about 3 months of not playing the game, so I was kind of rusty. I hadn't really intended to do very well in the tournament. Like, I hadn't planned out in advance, I hadn't learned the meta or anything. I was just playing Agents because it was one of the few decks I had built at the time. So really, I only entered for the entry prize stuff, like these championship packs, the event packs, and the playmat. That's also why I didn't enter the one in April. If I had, I would have got prizes for this at the same time as for the first one. But yeah, round 1, I played Invoker, and like I say, I hadn't played in a couple of months. I hadn't actually played against Invoker in probably even longer than that, like 6 months. So I'm just sitting there for the first 2-3 turns, just thinking, how does Invoker win Universe 7? It's a secret rare, isn't it? And then I'm trying to remember what the secret rare does and how many energy they need for it. And it was like turn 3 or something. My opponent put a catastrophic blow in the drop area from their leader's skill. And I was like, oh shit, it's catastrophic blow, isn't it? They're going to get me down to 4, and then they'll take 3 and 3 life using catastrophic blow, and they'll play that Goku that for 6 and you get to restand 3 energy or whatever. Yeah, and that's how I lost. But I know it is possible to beat Invoker with Agents. I've done it plenty of times in the past. You just got to be super aggro, but I wasn't thinking about that at the time. I was trying to just remember even how the deck worked, so I didn't end up doing basically any damage to him throughout that game. I was just sitting back, just kind of waiting to see what he did. Oh, Universe 9 Assemble, nice. I don't think I'd already pulled this in this. I have had a few Event Pack 7s recently, and that is one of the few cards from it that I have not pulled. So that'd be nice. Unfortunately, I did just buy a copy of this card to complete my play set, so I guess I've got an extra one now. Oh well. So round 2, I played Shadow Dragons. I played against Shadow Dragons, rather. And it was a really fun back and forth kind of game. I had put one of the tower unisons in my agent's deck. I had actually been running it in there for a while. Oh, we have this Broly. I actually pulled one of these recently, so yeah. So there's another Broly. So yeah. So I was playing against Shadow Dragons. I put that Tower unison in there, and I managed to steal his 9-drop Shadow Dragon. So I was like negating his cards' skills when they were played for a few turns, and that was pretty fun. Eventually, he played the Mechacabra, the yellow Mechacabra unison, and stole it back, and that's actually how he beat me. Kind of my fault for not remembering what the Mechacabra unison actually does. I mean, I was on my computer, so I could have just opened another tab and looked it up, so really it's on me. Or I could have just asked him what he did. Because I didn't attack into it, which let him do the minus 4, -5, whatever it is. Whereas if I'd known that he would be able to steal it back, I should have swung into it. Like, I had extra attacks that I could have put into it. But no, overall it was pretty fun. He got out the promo secret rare, the one that keeps switching to rest mode. And I kept playing the Bojacks, the Bojack agents, where you can switch something to rest mode. And then he kept using the, I forget exactly which Shenron it is, but the one that lets you restand a card. So we were kind of doing that back and forth, like switching this secret rare back and forth between rest mode and active mode. But yeah, so in the end, that ended up being quite a close game. But it was a fun one. So, and then round 3, I played against Dr. Rota. I'm surprised how many of these Event Pack 7 cards were reprinted in the Evolution booster. I think, obviously Universe 9 Assemble was. I think Dr. Rota was, the Chilai and the Paragus were as well. So yeah. But like I say, round 3, I played against Red Gogeta. That wasn't even close. He got the 6-drop Gogeta route that can't be KO'd, and it was just absolutely terrible for me. Beat me pretty handily. Then round 4, I played against, funnily enough, Red Broly BR. And this was my first win. He had kind of a slow start. He didn't get into the swap chain turn 1. So when he started to try and do it turn 2, I had the Android 13 counterplay. So when he played the 1-drop Broly, I counterplayed it with that for 1 energy. And also made him drop a card. And then the next turn, he tried to play it again. And I counterplayed it again with another Android 13. And he tried to play another one again. And I counterplayed that one again with an Android 13. So he had 3 of the 1-drop Brolys in the drop area. He dropped 3 cards. So in the end, I won the game just by attacking into him, where he had basically no hand left, because I kept making him drop cards. So that was my first win in the 4th round, and I thought at that point, well, I may as well see this thing out. There's only 3 or 4 more games. We weren't sure how many rounds it was going to be exactly. Like I say, it ended up being 7. So round 5, I played another Red Broly, and that was my second win. Was against another Red Broly. He kind of made a misplay towards the end of the game where he probably could have beaten me. I didn't have a ton of defense, and he still had a card he could have attacked with, and he probably would have won had he attacked with it, but he didn't. And eventually I got him on the way back. I was able to, attack in with a few things and kill him that way. And then round 6 and 7 were both against Vegeta and Babidis. And I lost both of those. I don't really remember much about those games. I remember them not being very close at all. I got pretty handily beaten. So yeah, that was how I got on. I kind of enjoyed it. It was fun to play the game again. after a few months of not playing it. But I decided not to take part in the next webcam tournament because one of the guys from my local Conn also took part in the... I'll actually put a link to his YouTube channel in the description. Original Conn man, you should check his channel out. He took part as well, and he had kind of a bad experience where his opponent disconnected during a game, and when they came back, he had more cards in his hand than when he disconnected. So Conn kind of called a judge in to kind of deal with it, but because there was no like recording or anything, there was not really anything the judges could do, or at least they said there was nothing they could do about it. So, and that kind of experience kind of put me off more than it actually put Conn off, because he took part in the next tournament as well. But I was like, oh, I don't want to have to deal with that kind of thing, someone disconnecting. Actually, one of my opponents in this did disconnect, but I didn't worry about it. I think it was a Shadow Dragons player, but I was just like, oh, I don't really care. I don't really want to get like another one of these playmats, because it would be the same playmat again. I would have liked to got some more of these packs. But I was like, it's like €25. A lot of that is probably for the playmat. I don't really want two of them. I know I could maybe try and sell it on, but nah, I was just like, one and done for me. I'll get these prizes and make a video about it for the channel, which is what I'm doing right now. So the reason I stopped while I was telling that is so I could basically say what I want out of these. So there's 5 different cards in here. There's a Hercule, a Mecha Frieza, a Goku, a Bergamo, and a Pan. I'm assuming it's going to be one of each, because we got 5 different packs and there's 5 different cards. And generally when Bandai send the stuff out to people, it's usually in order. So unless these have been randomized before they were sent out, it probably will be one of each. But if not, I'm looking for the Hercule and the Mecha Frieza. I know Elliot, who I've mentioned in a few of my videos, is after the Bergamo. I'm not sure if anyone I know needs the Goku or the Pan, because the Pan is kind of heroin based, I think. So yeah, what I'm hoping for is either the Hercule for the announcer deck I'm kind of building at the moment, or the Mecha Frieza for the Mecha Frieza deck I'm building at the moment. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I'm predicting it'll be one of each, but I guess we'll have to see now. So this is is that the Bergamo? Yep. So there's the Bergamo, Guidance of an Ace. So what's this guy actually do? Barrier when this card is played, draw 1. If you lead a Universe 9 for the turn, the next time you play a Universe 3, you have the energy cost. Without using skill, reduces energy cost by 1. Oh, so it reduces stuff by 1 if you're not playing them with skills. So if you're actually paying the energy cost for them, that's pretty good actually, yeah. Especially for a Universe 9 deck, obviously. I mean, it needs a Universe 9 leader. So this here is the Goku. If your leader is red earth and only leader flips to front side, so this must be for launch. Oh yeah, if your leader is launch. Okay, I don't know anyone at my local who's playing launch, so maybe nobody needs that. Yeah, I think I'm right with it being one of each. So here's the one Hercule, which lets you get the 7-drop announcer out for 4 energy rather than 7, and then the 7-drop lets you get like 7 different cards from your hand with different names. So that's pretty good. This will either be the Pan or the Mecha Frieza. It's the Mecha Frieza. This is a pretty good negate for the Mecha Frieza deck. Also lets you play a Mecha Frieza on top of itself for 2 energy. I like the thing they're doing with the Frieza Clan stuff at the moment, where it's like all extra card based. Like this gets its energy cost reduced for each extra card you have in your energy area, and drop the cooler from the next set. The green counterplay one is similar as well. It gets its skills, its energy cost reduced if you have extra cards in certain areas. So I do like that thing that they're theming it to the Freezer Clan members specifically. So then here we have the pan. If your leader activates blocker, add a marker to this card. Green Skullless battle card from your... Oh, so it's the +1 gives either mono green or heroine leader blocker? It does it at the end of the turn, so you can't. It switches it to active and gives a blocker, yeah. And then the -3 is kind of a flood, the -2 rather. It's kind of a floodgate ability, kind of stopping your opponent from attacking too many times with cards energy cost 4 or less. That's not great either, in my opinion. This pan, I don't think is very good. I wonder if you'd rather just stick with the launch unison in heroine, maybe. So yeah, this was the prize support I got for the Cardmarket Webcam Regional back in March. If you took part in the event, let me know how you did in the comment section down below. And thanks for watching.